Welcome, girls, to a little bit of follow-up coach to or challenger to coach conversion and why we fear it so much and why it is really important that we go that route. And I'll go into that little bit of how I make it happen and a little techniques to enable your challengers to convert to coaches. First, just let me introduce myself. My name is Trisha Stefanelli. I live in South Jersey. I have 3 boys, 16, 13, and 10. I've been married almost 18 years. I am a full-time coach and stumbled upon it really when I needed a job. 3 years ago, my husband was laid off from his corporate job of 18 years, and I had to leave the house for the first time in 10. I needed a job, and I really didn't want to leave what I had grown to love in my home, just being the carpool mom, the volunteer in school. I teach CCD, I make lunches. I love being home. But when my father whispered in my ear, you need to go and help your family, they need you, and you have something to offer, something clicked in my mind. Yes, I have something to offer more than a job, a paycheck. So I finally answered the invite that I had not answered for over a year. 6 years ago, my husband and I got hooked on P90X. We bought it off of eBay, of course, because everybody was talking about P90X. And we said, okay, let's try this. We hadn't worked out in 20 years. We were hitting almost that 40-year-old age, and we knew we had to do something. The gym wasn't an option. Kids, money, time, insecurities just didn't get us there. So we purchased P90X, and 90 days later, our lives changed. We are that story, literally. My husband is now down 65 pounds over the years. My body has changed, and we got addicted to home workouts. In that time, my sister was begging me to become a coach. Her hairdresser that owned the salon was a coach, my upline coach, and would share stories to my sister about how this was going to change her life. She loved doing hair, but Beachbody was going to be the answer to everything in her life. I never answered, never felt the time was right. I didn't want to sell, the same thing we all think, right? I didn't want to sell. I didn't want to be salesy, pushy. I'm unorganized, and I have no sense of time or order in my life. I did not want to have parties, hold inventory, collect credit cards, all the stuff that usually, direct sales women do, or men. So my upline coach invited me 3 times to this business through Facebook. 3 times I never answered her, never responded to the invite. Finally, I answered. So I went in 100% to this opportunity because I loved the program, I loved the products, and I knew from what my father said that I had something to offer. This was going to be more of an opportunity for me to fulfill a passion, possibly a purpose to my family. So I went in 100% and never looked back. And I believe the success I've had so far is because my why was so big at the time. And it still is. It's evolved. It's growing. I didn't have a choice to fail. My family needed me financially, and, so I went for it. So that's a little bit of my story. It keeps evolving over time, but it is the best decision I've ever made in my life. And I'm a better person, mom, wife, healthier, happier, more fulfilled person because of it. The friends and what I call my fearless family they're the people in my life that mean more to me now than anybody in my world. So I appreciate them and love them very much. So now, my favorite thing about coaching is running a challenge group. It is the ultimate place for me. Why? Because I motivate, inspire, hold people accountable. I love showing up. I love seeing how people are doing. I love enabling people to feel good in a private group that helps them succeed to reach their goals and wherever they want to go. It's my favorite thing as a coach. So when we have these challengers, what do we do with them? Where's the next step? I'm going to try to screen share with you guys now. Oops. Let's go back. Okay. So you're in your challenge groups, you're running your groups. I hope you all do. They're a big part of our business. They're your walking advertisement. They're your future coaches, right? So you're the challengers, your everyday girls. There's that one girl, right? She's amazing. You know her. You can picture her right now. I want you guys to think. That girl, that guy, that in your challenge group, they're amazing. You see them as the coach, right? You see the possibility in this girl. She's amazing. You see her as your next coach. So what do you do, right? Okay. That girl, that challenger, that guy, they're inspiring. They're motivating. They're quick to answer, right? You post something, anybody posts something, they're their responder. Whether they know fitness, nutrition, anything, they're that person that's right away helping someone feel good or answering a question, okay? They're changing their physical life. They're having results. They're seeing results, right? They're using these products and seeing changes. They feel good. They're healthier. They're loving the products. They're building friendships, right? They're finding friends. They call each other by name and help each other out. They're building that lasting friendship. Again, back to the results. They're dropping pounds. They're loving the program. They're talking about it. That's that future coach. And you know it. You see that girl. She's already doing it. 80% of all diamond coaches were challengers. Is that crazy? I know there are coaches out there that we invite to this business cold. I was not a challenger. I was never a challenger. I was never in a challenge group. I had never tasted Shakeology. I was never sold on the group because I was not a challenger. So take me out of it. You know those girls in your group. 80% of your diamond coaches were challengers. Raise your hands. Were you a challenger first? Right? You're a challenger. Something in that group, something about that group gave you some sort of vision that you could do this, that possibly you would love this. You were probably helping in the group, running the group, seeing the possibilities before you even were invited to become a coach. I thought the 80% was pretty good. Okay, so I asked yesterday or the other day in our page, what are we afraid of when we are going from challenger to coach? What do we fear in this invite, in this business, as far as inviting someone to the business? And here were your answers. Not measuring up, fraud, failure, success, rejection, perception, judgment, lack of confidence, vulnerability, and of course, sounding salesy. Okay? We all have the same fears. You have those same fears. We have the same fears. And guess what? Your challengers probably have these exact same fears. We're all the same. We're all looking for a place to feel that we have that sense of confidence. We ask our challengers to step out and be vulnerable. We ask them to create that sense of not being comfortable, get out of their comfort zone. We ask them to be vulnerable. That's where the magic happens. We tell them that. Judgment, right? What is the best place in a challenge group? Judgment-free. We're all there for the same reason. It's a safe place. Perception, yes, out there. What will somebody think of us? Will they judge us? Good or bad? Success, right? What if this person does join our team? What then? What happens if I hit diamond? What then? I'm afraid of success. I am afraid of success. I understand that. Failure, of course we're afraid of failure. What if I try this and it doesn't work? How about fraud? Well, I'm still on my own physical journey, my own change, my own body, my own transformation. How the heck am I going to go ask somebody to coach with me if I feel like I'm still working on this, not measuring up, right? You're a coach, you're leading a team, you're asking these challengers to come on to your team, but heck, you barely know what's going on yourself. I'm not going to measure up to what these people expect of me. We're all afraid. We all live in fear. This is very common. And the sounding salesy, right? When you're inviting someone to this opportunity, whether it be through a challenge group or, out there on an invite, you never want to sound salesy. What will they think? We're trying to make a buck. We're trying to get one over on them. We're trying to add to our line of coaches. And that's normal. We all feel that way because we don't want to feel that. We don't want to come across as salesy, but there's ways we can go around that. So those are your responses to failure. Okay. Once we stop thinking about ourselves and what can happen to us and how we are going to feel and think about our challenger, that's when it clicks. Take it off of us. Stop thinking about us, the number, diamond, the rank, how many people, where are we going to go from there? Think about your challenger, just like you do in the challenge group, okay? A lot of times, these challengers are ready to pay it forward. They've had such a tremendous experience in your groups that they feel like it's time to pay it forward. It's time to help someone else, okay? It's also time to think of them getting a discount on the products that they love. Life-changing products with a discount. Amazing. It's a natural progression for a challenger to go to coach. It really is a natural progression. What now? What do I do when my challenge group is done? I've had success. I've had weight loss. I feel good, the best I've ever felt. I love being in these groups. It should be a natural progression to coaching. So you want to enable and empower those challengers. Okay, so how do you enable, how do you empower a challenger? And I like to think of it as a team captain, right? Maybe you guys were on a team growing up. That feeling when the coach said, Trisha, we'd like you to be the captain of the field hockey team. You want me to be a captain? Amazing. Why? Because you're a leader. You help people. You motivate people. You show up. You are proud of your game. You love being a part of the team. People go to you for help. You want to win, okay? Think of your challenger and give them the role of captain, okay? How do we go about doing this? There's a couple different ways that I have asked challengers to become captain, okay? Really, it should be a natural conversation because you've built that relationship with this challenger, that girl that's amazing, right? So a lot of times what I will do is you're going to ask your challenger. Tell them, you know what, I need a few days off. I'm going away. I need a break from the day tomorrow. My kids need me. Ask. Since you are already showing up in our groups like a leader, like a coach, would you mind helping me out for the next few days? And you're going to give them that empowerment, okay? Ask them to help you post some motivation, post a recipe, talk to the group, answer questions. 9 out of 10 times, you know what they're going to say? Me? You want me? Yeah, sure. Yes, you're already in that role anyway. I would really appreciate if you would help me out. Thank them. Tell them how much you appreciate them in the group. Tell them that, what they're doing as a role in the group is so helpful that you appreciate giving, you a day off and them the opportunity. Usually what happens is they catch that bug. They catch that fire. Their captain role sets in. If you are ever a captain on a team, what happens? You step up, You're like, okay, I'm the captain. I got to do this. My coach is relying on me. The other teammates are relying on me. And that winning score, that winning season, they're going to count on me too, okay? So ask, empower, and thank. It's very natural when you go about it that way, okay? They're going to want to pay it forward. They love that feeling in the group, that comfort zone. You've already met them. They're already comfortable in that group. Again, it's natural, not sounding salesy, not trying to get one over on them, okay? It's that feel, that empowerment feel. Okay, and it's natural. Okay. So I think that was the last slide I had. I did. Okay. Okay. And what happens is after that initial time, maybe a day or two that they have that time as captain, leader, they're going to feel it. They're going to get that rush. They're going to get that empowerment. So you go back to them and ask questions, just like you do your challengers. How did it make you feel? Did you love it? Was there anything that bothered you, intimidated you? Would you like to have this role continue? How about joining our team as a coach? Changing it up, paying it forward, showing those results. Remember, your challenger is your walking advertisement. Okay? And I've said this from the get-go. Challenge groups are most important because your challengers are your walking advertisement. Their physical body, their change is truly that advertisement out there. So when people start to say to them, oh my gosh, you're looking great. What am I doing? What are you doing? That's when they have that opportunity to share. And again, a natural progression from challenger to coach. Another way that I believe is truly a great way to go from challenger to coach. Several months in our challenge groups, we had little contests going. We asked our challengers to step out of their comfort zone, be vulnerable, and post on their Facebook pages what they're doing. Maybe drinking Shakeology, or their workout, or their results. Prizes, incentives, it works. If your challenger is willing, feels comfortable to go post on their page, that's a coach, okay? That intimidating fear, what will people think? I'm afraid. What if I fail? What if they want product? How will I do this? If they're willing to post on their Facebook page, that's your future coach, right? Makes sense. It's again a natural progression. So they go and post on their Facebook page that I'm doing a 21-day fix. I'm drinking Shakeology, and here's my containers. What happens? What are you doing? What is this? Why are you doing this? How can I get involved? There you go. So when they come back to you and say, oh my gosh, these people are interested, what do I do? Natural. Join our team, coach with us, and pay it forward and bring your girls on, okay? Those are natural ways. Another way I found really helpful, and this is something new, is we talk a lot about recognition, right? The fourth vital behavior. Technically, sometimes it's taking a selfie, but maybe the fifth then vital behavior is recognition. Recognize your challengers both in your challenge group and with their permission outside the challenge group, right? You recognize their success. Even if it doesn't successful on the scale or push-ups or muscles, recognize they're showing up. Again, go back to the team. Most valuable player, most improved. Think about your days of playing on your teams or your kids' teams. The kid that shows up to practice every single day, works his tail off, tries his best. Is he the top scorer? No. Is he the one that's the best defensive lineman? No. But he's that kid that shows up. Recognize that behavior. Let your challengers feel great about themselves. Do that in the group. Weekly, daily, find someone that sparks something. What happens? They feel good. They have that sense of pride, purpose. Success to somebody simply could be someone else recognized my behavior. In that, ask your challenger if you can post on your page, their page. Introduce the world to your challenger. Who are they? What are they doing? There's your future coach. Because you know what? Their friends, their family are going to be proud of them. I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. Wow, you look great. What are you doing? Again, it's natural. They're going to come back and say, what now? All these people are interested. Okay? So those are the natural ways to convert a challenger to coach, right? It's not as crazy scary as we think it is. We have to get away from that fear. Take it off of us and think about them. I often think if my coach did not ask me to join this opportunity, I don't know where we would be financially, physically, emotionally, everything. I didn't answer for a year. I finally did what I needed it. Don't think no is the answer right now. Mary Beth is on this call. She was my first customer. She bought Turbo Fire, no challenge pack. She was in my challenge group for a year, and I saw the potential. And I saw the potential in Mary Beth. My coach saw the potential. Other coaches saw the potential. She said no for a year. Nope, I'm good. Nope. She was the challenger that showed up every day. She made friends with everybody in the group. She loved being there. She loved the friendship, what it did for her body, her mind, her spirit, everything. 1 year in, she said yes. And now she's a coach on our team. Okay? So you will recognize that challenger. Will it happen the next day? Maybe not. Katie, one of my other coaches, she was a challenger 2 years ago with T25. I went away on the cruise and I said, hey, Katie, can you run the group for a week? Sure. She loved it. 2 years later, she shows up now and she's a coach in this group gunning for Diamond. So don't make that fear of what if, failure, success, vulnerability, judgment, failure, all the excuses that we've used to deny them this opportunity. It should be natural. Okay? Motivate your challengers from day one. Inspire them. Be the best version of you as a coach so that they can recognize that behavior. And simply just try to live fearless and invite to this opportunity like it is the greatest opportunity in the world. And we all kind of think it is, right? Questions? Let's just go back over my notes. Anybody? I'm just going to I think that was it. Oh, if your coach, if your customer is ready to go through those, to convert to the coach, be prepared with sneak peeks. Ask them to be an apprentice coach in a next group, open up another group, have them lead right away. And there's always that discount. There's several ways you can promote, but honestly, if they're that girl, that amazing girl in your group, you're going to lead with this business opportunity over the discount. So, who has questions? Anybody? Hard for me to say. Did that help at all? Do you guys use this method? Have you ever? I'm sure it's not new to you, right? Do you see that one girl in your group right now? That one guy? Can you picture that challenger right now? I would empower them, give them that ask them, thank them, share with them, use recognition, find out personalities, what motivates people in your groups. If somebody's motivated by gifts, have fun with gifts, recognition. Some people just need to feel good. Thank them. Remember, go back old school. Thank people for what they do in your groups. Share with them how much you love this. Find that awesome, amazing girl and go find her and become a coach. Good? All right, girls. Have a great afternoon. If you guys have any questions, comments, post them in. Usually we have a call to action. Go find that amazing girl. Enable her this week, next week. Ask them to be a captain on the team. Use lingo that you like. I always go back to sports because that's my life with 3 boys. But if a word, is better for the team, ask them, enable them, empower them to lead the team as a captain. All right, girls. Thank you.